Hello everyone, this is session 7 of chapter Light Reflection and Refraction. In our previous session, we have learned about image formation by concave and convex mirror. In this session, we will learn about use of concave and convex mirrors, difference between virtual image formed by plane mirror, concave mirror and convex mirror, magnification, sign convention for reflection by spherical mirrors, mirror formula, and few numericals based on mirror formula. The different uses of concave mirror are as follows. Concave mirrors are used in torches, searchlights, and vehicle headlights to get powerful parallel beam of light. They are often used as shaving mirrors to see a larger image of the face. The dentist use concave mirrors to see large images of the teeth of the patients, and large concave mirrors are used to concentrate sunlight to produce heat in solar furnaces. This use of concave mirror we have studied in our previous sessions because concave mirrors are converging in nature. They converge the solar heat at a point to produce high temperature. Now concave mirrors are used as shaving mirrors and dentists use it to see enlarged image of the teeth. It is so because we know that when object is placed too close to the concave mirror, that is between pole and the focus, its virtual and enlarged images formed, which is erect. That's why they are used as shaving mirrors and dentists use them to see enlarged image of the teeth. Concave mirrors are used in torches, searchlights, and vehicle headlights to get powerful parallel beam of lights. You all have seen such sights in DJ parties, marriages, and fairs, etc. We all know that the ray passing through the principal focus of a concave mirror after reflection emerges parallel to the principal axis. Hence, when a source of light is placed at focus of concave mirror, a parallel beam of light is obtained. For this, the source of light is placed at the focus of the concave mirror, and then the light beams coming from the source of light after striking the mirror become parallel to the principal axis. Now, uses of concave mirror are: they are used as rear view mirrors in vehicle, and they are used to provide a wide angle of surveillance in many stores. They are also used as reflector in road lights to spread light over large area. This use we have discussed in our earlier lesson. We all know that convex mirrors are diverging in nature, hence they are used as reflector in street lights to spread light over large areas. Now these are the rear view mirrors which we use in cars, and these types of surveillance mirror you have must seen in large stores. We know that when an object is placed in front of a convex mirror always forms its virtual, erect and diminished image. Also, as concave mirrors are curved outward, they provide wider field of view. That's why they are used as rear view mirrors and surveillance mirrors in large stores. In this picture you can see that the plane mirror has a narrow field of view, whereas as convex mirror is curved outward has a wider field of view. This image is formed in the flat mirror and this image is formed in the convex mirror. And you can see that in this picture the car appears farther away than this picture. And because of this reason, this warning, object in mirror are closer than they appear, is written on the rear view mirror. This warning is present because while these mirrors convexity give them a useful wider field of view, it also makes objects appear smaller. Since a smaller appearing object seem farther away than they actually are, a driver might make a maneuver such as lane change, assuming an adjacent vehicle is at safe distance behind, when in fact it is quite a bit closer. The warning serves as a reminder to the driver of this potential problem. Now we all know that plane mirror, convex mirror and concave mirror all form the virtual image. Then what is the difference between the virtual image formed by plane mirror, concave mirror and convex mirror? We know that the convex mirror form a virtual diminished image, whereas a plane mirror forms virtual image of same size and a concave mirror forms a virtual image larger than the object. So we can summarize the difference between the virtual image formed by the convex mirror, plane mirror and concave mirror in this manner. In case of virtual image formed by convex mirror, it is always diminished. It is found behind the mirror between pole and focus, and due to this, convex mirrors are used as rear view mirror. Whereas in case of virtual image formed by plane mirror, it is always equal in size as of object, formed as far behind the object as the object in front of the mirror, and due to this, mirrors are used as dressing mirrors. And in case of virtual image formed by the concave mirror, it is always enlarged. It is found behind the mirror, and due to this, concave mirrors are used as shaving mirror and dentists use them to see enlarged image of the teeth. To distinguish between plane mirror, concave mirror and convex mirror without touching it, the given mirror should be held close to the face and image is seen. If the image formed is same size, then it is a plane mirror. If image formed is enlarged in size, then it is a concave mirror, and if image formed is diminished in size, then it is a convex mirror. Now come to the next topic, that is magnification. The magnification produced by a mirror is expressed as the ratio of the height of image, that is expressed as hi, to the ratio of the height of the object expressed as ho. It is usually represented by the letter m. For a mirror, magnification m is equal to hi upon h0 is equal to minus v upon u, where v is the distance of the image from the pole of the mirror and u is the distance of the object from the pole of the mirror. If magnification produced by a mirror is positive, then image formed is virtual, and if magnification produced by a mirror is negative, then image formed is real. If magnitude of m is greater than 1, then image formed is enlarged. If magnitude of m is smaller than 1, then image formed is diminished, and if magnitude of m is equal to 1, then image formed is equal in size. Since only concave mirror can produce real image, hence magnification produced by a mirror is negative, then it must be a concave mirror. And if magnification produced by a mirror is positive, then it may be a concave mirror, convex mirror and a plane mirror. Then if magnitude of m is greater than 1, then it is a concave mirror, because concave mirror form enlarged virtual image. If magnitude of m is smaller than 1, then it is a convex mirror, because convex mirror form diminished virtual image. And if magnitude of m is equal to 1, then it must be a plane mirror, because plane mirror form a virtual image of same size. Now we will discuss the sign convention for reflection by spherical mirrors. The distance measured to the left of the pole are negative, and the distance measured to the right of the pole are positive in sign, whereas the distance measured above the principal axis are positive in sign, and the distance measured below the principal axis are negative in the sign. This is same as the sign system in our Cartesian geometry. In other words, the height upward is positive and height downward is negative. We all know that object is always placed on the left side of the mirror, hence the sign convention, the object distance u is always negative. The focus of the concave mirror is on the left side of the mirror, hence focal length of concave mirror is always negative, whereas the focus of the convex mirror is on the right side of the mirror, hence focal length of convex mirror is always positive. In a spherical mirror, u is a symbol of distance of object from the pole of the mirror, v is the symbol of the distance of image from the pole of the mirror, f is the focal length of the mirror, and capital R is the radius of curvature of the mirror. And the relationship between the object distance, image distance and focal length for a mirror is called mirror formula, which is expressed as 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon u plus 1 upon v. We also know that for mirror of small aperture, focal length is half of radius of curvature. Now I will give you the proof of the mirror formula. Proof of mirror formula. First of all, we will make the ray diagram of image formation when an object is placed between C and F before a concave mirror. So first of all we will draw a concave mirror. This is our pole, and at a distance of 6 cm from pole, here is center of curvature, and this is our focus in between P and C. This is the center of curvature and this is the focus. Now put the object in between C and F. The first rule is the ray coming parallel to the principal axis after reflection from the mirror passes through the focus. Now for the proof of mirror formula, we will take the second ray which is incident on the pole, and in that case angle I is angle R. So here angle is equal to 10 degree. So these two rays meet at this point. This is object AB and the image of the point A is A dash, and this is the image AB dash of object AB. The image is real and inverted. Okay. Now here PF is the focal length which is equal to minus f according to sign convention. PC is radius of curvature which is equal to minus r according to sign convention. PB is the object distance which is equal to minus u. PB dash is the image distance which is equal to minus v. AB is the size of the object which is equal to h0, and A dash B dash is the size of the image which is equal to h dash. Okay, or minus h dash according to sign convention. H, it is in downward direction. Now we will use the concept of similarity. Here in this question, triangle ABP is similar to triangle APB dash, A dash P B dash, because angle B is equal to angle B dash and angle P is equal to angle this P, because I is equal to R. So we have AB upon A dash B dash is equal to BP upon PB dash. This implies AB is equal to H0 and A dash B dash is equal to minus HI. PB is equal to minus U and P dash B dash is minus V. Minus and minus cancel. We will get minus HI upon H0 is equal to V upon U. This implies HI upon H0 is equal to minus V upon U, which is equal to magnification. Hence for the mirror, magnification M is equal to minus V upon U. Now take these two triangles which I am shading. One triangle is A dash B dash F and another triangle is MPF. Here arc MP is just like the line segment because mirror is of small aperture, and we can notice that MP is equal to AB as both the segments lie between these two lines. So we have MP is equal to AB is equal to H0. Now these two triangles which I have shaded are similar to each other because in these two angles are equal because they are vertically opposite, and angle B dash and here angle P are both are equal to 90 degree. So we have triangle A dash B dash F is similar to triangle MPF. So we have A dash B dash upon MP is equal to B dash F upon PF. This implies A dash B dash upon MP is equal to, now look here, this B dash F is equal to PB dash minus PF. इतना छुपा देंगे जब, तो we will get B dash F dash is equal to B dash P minus PF upon PF. Now put the values. We will have A dash B dash is equal to minus HI. MP is equal to AB is equal to H0. B dash P is equal to minus V is equal, minus PF is minus F upon minus F. Okay. Now we will have minus HI upon H0 is equal to minus common है, we will have minus V minus F upon minus F. Minus से minus cancel. Now according to first equation or the formula of magnification, we have M is equal to HI upon H0 is equal to minus V upon U. This implies minus HI upon H0 is equal to V upon U. Put this value in this equation. We will have V upon U is equal to V minus F upon F. Now do the cross multiplication. We will have VF is equal to UV minus UF. Now divide the whole equation by U into V into F. We will get VF upon UVF is equal to UV upon UV into F minus UF upon U into V into F. This implies here V से V cancel and F से F cancel. We will get 1 upon U is equal to, here these two cancel, we get 1 upon F is equal to minus 1 upon V. So minus 1 upon each side में आएगा and then we will get 1 upon U plus 1 upon V is equal to 1 upon F. So this is our mirror formula. Okay. Now let us do few numericals based on the mirror formula. First question is, a convex mirror used for rear view on an automobile has a radius of curvature of 3 meter. If a bus is located at 5 meter from this mirror, find the position, nature and size of the image. Here radius of curvature is 3 meter and we know that for mirror of small aperture, focal length is half of radius of curvature. Hence focus is 3 by 2. We also know that for convex mirror, the focus lies on its right hand side. Hence R and F are positive. Again, the object distance is minus 5 meter because object distance is always negative, as object is always placed on the left side of the mirror, and we have to find out the value of image distance. According to the mirror formula, 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon V plus 1 upon V. Now put the values here. The value of F is 3 by 2, hence 1 upon F will be 2 by 3 is equal to 1 upon V plus 1 upon minus 5. Here plus divided by minus become minus, so we'll get 2 by 3 is equal to 1 upon V minus 1 upon 5. When minus 1 upon 5 shifted towards right hand side, it will become positive. Hence 1 upon V is equal to 2 by 3 plus 1 upon 5. The LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. So we get 1 upon V is equal to 10 plus 3 upon 15. This implies 1 upon V is equal to 13 upon 15. This implies V is equal to 15 upon 13 meter. And we all know that the image formed by convex mirror is always virtual and diminished. So the nature of the image is virtual and size is diminished. Now next numerical is, an object of size 7 cm is placed at 20 cm in front of concave mirror of focal length 18 cm. At what distance from the mirror should a screen be placed? Show that a sharp focus image can be obtained. Find the size and nature of the image. Here the focal length is minus 18 cm. It is wrong. As we all know that focus of the concave mirror is towards left of its pole. Again the object distance is minus 27 cm, as object distance is always negative. Height of the object is 7 cm. We have to find out the image distance and the size of the image. Again, according to mirror formula, 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon V plus 1 upon U. This implies 1 upon minus 18 is equal to 1 upon V plus 1 upon minus 27. This implies minus 1 upon 18 is equal to 1 upon V minus 1 upon 27. Now shift minus 1 upon 27 towards right side, it will become positive. So we will get 1 upon V is equal to 1 upon 27 minus 1 upon 18. The LCM of 27 and 18 is 54, so we will get 1 upon V is equal to 2 minus 3 upon 54. This implies 1 upon V is equal to minus 1 upon 54. This implies V is equal to minus 54 centimeter. Again, according to the formula magnification, M is equal to HI upon H0 is equal to minus V upon U. This implies HI upon 7 is equal to minus 54 upon minus 27. Minus से minus कट होगा, 27 से 54 2 times कट होगा, and we will get HI upon 7 is equal to minus 2. This implies HI is equal to minus 14 centimeter. Hence, enlarged and real inverted image form. I have already told you that when we put the object in the midpoint of the R and F, then its image formed is double in size, and same is the case here. I hope you like the presentation. Thank you very much.